Hey guys, today we are talking about how to edit a photo. In this particular case, I will use Snapseed by Google because for me is the best app for editing photos on a smartphone. First of all, we have to select the photo tapping anywhere in the home screen of Snapseed. For example, I choose this photo that is the last one I posted on my Instagram account. That is P30 Pro photo. I remind you that my goal is to reach 10k followers, and we're at 8.6k. So let's push the follow button on Instagram. Let's begin with tapping on instruments and tapping on calibration. This is basically the main instrument you will use. Swiping up and down, you choose the instrument, the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, the atmosphere, the bright light, the shadows, and the temperature. Starting with the brightness, this is the easiest way to balance the photo. So if I want a darker image, I will push it down, and if I want a brighter image, I will push it up, but I will leave it to 0. The contrast basically is the contrast between the bright areas and the dark areas. So if I push it up, the bright areas will be brighter and the dark areas will be darker. Maybe I can leave it at 30. The saturation is obviously the saturation of the colors. As you can see, if I turn it up, the colors will pop out. Will pop out. So I will leave it at 40. The atmosphere is basically an all-around instrument because it changes the colors and also the brightness. As you can see, if I turn it up, the colors are more saturated and darker areas are brighter. So I will leave it at 20. The bright areas, obviously this is the case of the sun. If I push it down, you see that the sun will be darker, but I leave it on 0. The shadows are in this case this part of the building, this, and if I push it up, you see that the shadows are brighter or darker if you push it down. Also, it's a good way to manage the backlight photos like this. I will leave it at minus 35. So as you can see, this is the photo edited, and at the right top corner you can see this icon. Basically, if you long press it, it will show how the image looked before the edit. If I release it, you see, this is the difference before and after. Okay. Another thing to know is the sharpness. That is divided into structure and the sharpness. Structure is a good way to edit your photos and to get them more appealing, but at the same time it will the photos will become more unrealistic. You see, this is the difference. And also the sharpness is basically the pure sharpening of the photo. If I zoom, you see here differences. No sharpness, max sharpness. Okay. Also you have the crop instrument in which you can crop whatever you want. You have the rotation in which you can rotate your photo. The perspective correction if you want to change the perspective of your photo. And you have also a very useful instrument that is the correction. The correction basically hides the things you don't want in your photo, like this antenna. If I select it, it will be hidden. You see, this is a very useful instrument if I want to also hide those antennas, and also that I can do it with this instrument. I think it is a very good instrument for editing photos. Also, we have 4 types of HDR. They are very strong types of HDR. Nature one, person one, the less aggressive, and the most aggressive HDR. Also, we have the vignetting. You see, I can choose the range of vignetting and swipe left to darken the corner of the image, and swipe right to brighten the corner of the image. You see, corner darker, corner brighter. Okay, I think that these I've shown to you are the most important instruments of the Snapseed app. And also let me know in the comments if you want another video on Snapseed, maybe on other instruments, and tell me also in the comments which of these instruments you want that I explain to you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously I will do others, and I finished this video telling you how to export an image. You have to tap here and tap on save, so the photo will be saved with the edit that you've done. Thank you again for watching, and see each other in the next video. Cheers!